What's good, YouTube? T here from the Break Even TCG channel. I'm here to bring you a deck profile. Another one. This time I'm bringing you my updated Reshiram Charizard deck list. I took this to a locals yesterday and I went undefeated. I picked up this mat. I actually won in a raffle bout. You know, I still won, so I won it. And I got, 5 packs, so pretty good. And yeah, let's just hop right into it. Remember, click the like button, subscribe, comment. What's goody? All right, anyways, so we got 3 Reshiram Charizard. This is the greens version, so you just want to see 3. No Snorlax this time because there's no Zoroark in format, so there are no evolutions that you really want to handle like that. Not trying to gobble them up with Snorlax. The only thing I could think of is Whimsicott, but we play something for that, so it's okay. Next, 4 Volcanion. So how I have the deck built personally is I personally go second with this list every single time. Because you want to turn 1 Flare Starter. What Flare Starter does, for those of you who don't know, let's get this in there. You search your deck for a fire energy, attach it to one of your Pokemon. If you go second and it's your first turn, you search 3 fire energies and attach them to your Pokemon however you like. So what you'll do is you'll go first, attach energy to him, put this on bench, and then you'll attach like 2 here and then 1 here, or just 3 to the Charizard, and you'll have a loaded Charizard. And it's that simple, and you want to do that every one of your turn 1s. So I try to make the deck, for consistently doing that, going second, and whenever, we flip for it, I just choose to go second every time. Alright, so those are the Pokemon. You only play 7 Pokemon, guys. It's short, sweet, to the point. If you mulligan, you just make up for it later. For the stadiums, I want to get these out of the way real quick. So, 3 Power Plant. I think 3 is really necessary with Mew 3 running around the Mewtwo Mew tag team. Just to shut off their ability, also shuts off Whimsicott. So you can use this really aggressively and preventively at the same time. And I just like flexible cards like that. So 3 Power Plant, shut off Mewtwo, shut off Whimsicott so you can attack Whimsicott. Also closes them off from Dedenne so they can't Dede change. And yeah, it's just a really versatile card, and I like it a lot. 1 Heat Factory, discard fire energy, draw 3 cards. So it's just, draw power, puts fire energy in your discard pile for Fire Crystal. And then the Tech 1-of Shrine of Punishment. So I have a couple of Tech cards in here for the Pikarom matchup. So what Shrine of Punishment is for is, since we lost Choice Band, we lost Kukui, we lost the damage modifiers that make Charizard one-shot Pikarom. So for this, you just Flare Strike, and if you have Shrine of Punishment, then the Flare Strike will do 230. And since Pikarom has 240, you need the extra 10 damage, so Shrine of Punishment will be the extra 10 damage. It works in, I want to say there was another matchup that it works in. I can't think of off the top of my head. But yeah, but it was mainly put in there for Pikarom. Now onto the supporters, the bread and butter of the deck. 4 greens. The GM of the deck, 4 Welder. So 4 greens, what Greens Exploration does, search your deck for 2 item cards if you have no Pokemon with abilities in play. Not 2 item cards, but 2 trainers if you have no Pokemon with abilities in play, which there are none in this deck, so it's perfect. So what Greens does, you want Greens every turn 1 if, you want Greens every turn 1 and it allows you to just set up really quickly. You can get any of your stadiums. It allows you to find your switch in case you started Charizard. It also lets you find your Fiery Flint that lets you get your energy attachment for the turn. So if you end up not starting Volcanion, it can really help you get there. And then after turn 1, it really just helps you. It really just carries you throughout the game. It allows you to search your welder. It allows you to find your Shrine of Punishment, your Power Plant, whatever you need in the moment. And it's just a really great card. Welder, the GM of the deck, the sauce. Welder is just a busted card. So Welder, attach up to 2 fire energies from your hand to one of your Pokemon, draw 3 cards. Busted. Gives you extra attachments for the turn and draw. Busted, unnecessary. Well, very necessary, but busted, unnecessary. You didn't have to hurt people like that, but it's a really good card, and it's kind of what makes the deck, really powerful. Next we got one Koga's Trap. Like I said, throwing in cards to add the extra 10 damage to a Pikarom. So what Koga's Trap does, it poisons and confuses. So if Pikarom's active, Koga's Trap, poison, confuse, Flare Strike, 230, in between turns, poison, knockout. Next, Lieutenant Surge's strategy. If you're losing, your opponent has less prizes than you. You're allowed to play 3 supporters in a turn, this counting, so it's 2 extra supporters. So say they knock out like a Volcanion, or say they knock out one of your Zards. This allows you to strategy, play a Zard, and then either double Welder or Green's Exploration, grab Welder, play Welder, and then try to take a knockout like that and just return knockout. And it really helps you reestablish control of the game if you're behind. Next, can't play 5 greens, so we threw in 1 Bill's Analysis to try and help you find the cards that you need. Bill's Analysis, look at the top 7 cards, take 2 trainers, add them to your hand, shuffle the rest. Really good card. Next, to help you try and dig for that turn 1 greens, or if you miss it, that turn 1 Welder. 4 Pokegear 3.0. So look at the top 7 cards and grab a supporter that you find there, add it to your hand, shuffle the rest back in. Really great consistency card. And then next, we have the disgusting cards of the deck, the 8 disgusting cards. We have 4 Mixed Herb. So if you play 1, you remove a special condition from one of your Pokemon. If you play 2, you heal 90 damage and remove all special conditions from your active. That's disgusting because it helps you heal your Zard completely. If they put it to sleep, if they Tandem Shock and paralyze it, doesn't matter. Unparalyze it, heal damage, you're good to go. And it helps you not get set up for like a Pikarom attack. So yeah, no. It forces them to Tag Bolt, that's what it is. Because Tandem Shock will do 160, then you'll heal 90, and it'll put you back at 70 damage. Yeah, it'll put you back at 70 damage, and then it'll force them to have to Tag Bolt, or Lightning Ride GX, I think it's called. Next, the other busted, disgusting card for Custom Catcher, because apparently this card is nuts. So play 1, and you draw until you have 3 cards in hand, but if you play 2, it's Lysander. So you pick a Pokemon on your opponent's bench and bring it up. And this lets you just Lysander things up, and you're still able to play a supporter in turn. You can get 2 of these off of greens, which is also really disgusting because you automatically gust something up and then you're able to just hit it and go from there. This card should be in every deck. And I didn't want to say it before because, man, I didn't think it would be that strong, but after playing with the card for a while, after playing with the card for just this one tournament, really good. 3 Fire Crystal, we know what this is here for. Take 3 Fire Energy out of your discard. So you're not running out of energy. 2 Fiery Flint, discard 2, search 4 Fire Energies. I'm going to speed up because I've made this profile way too long going into explanations. But yeah, this gets you all of your fire energy out of deck. So you'll turn 1 this, and then you'll turn 1 Flare Starter. That's a total of 7 energy coming out of the deck, turn 1, out of the 11 you play. So it really helps you just set up. 2 Reset Stamp, if your opponent happens to take the lead, you just timestamp and knock them back down a peg. You know, hand disruption is always good in this game, so it's nice to have. 2 Switch to help you turn 1 switch into Volcanion so you can Flare Starter. 2 Cherish Ball to search your Charizards if you need to, but the real play is Cherish Ball, search a Charizard, then Pokemon Communication, and search your Volcanion because it's the only way we can search Volcanion in this deck. And then the last trainer card is Great Potion. So Great Potion, plain and simple, heal 50 damage from a GX Pokemon, from your active GX Pokemon. So it heals 50 damage off Charizard. So your opponent has to put in more work to knock it out. If I were to change anything, I might cut Surge for a second Great Potion, but I really like Surge and I didn't want to cut it. Then last but not least, we have 11 Fire Energies. I feel like 11 is a really good number. Don't want to be 10 because, again, like I said, turn 1, we're trying to take 7 energy out of the deck. And if you prize, like, any amount, really, it hurts. So just having the little higher count works out. Anyways, this is T from the Break Even TCG channel, signing off. Deuces.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like the video, leave a comment of what you want to see next, and subscribe. T here from the Break Even TCG channel, signing out.